Dua Lipa has always been a force in the pop music world, blending infectious beats with a charisma that lights up stadiums and intimate venues alike. Her ability to connect with audiences on a visceral level has turned her concerts into must-see events, where every performance feels like a celebration of music's unifying power. During her highly anticipated Radical Optimism World Tour, which has been crisscrossing the globe and captivating fans from Europe to North America, Lipa has elevated the experience even further by incorporating surprise elements that pay tribute to the cities she visits. This thoughtful approach not only honors local culture but also infuses her shows with a sense of authenticity that resonates deeply with concertgoers. Nowhere was this more evident than during her electrifying 4-night residency at the legendary Madison Square Garden in New York City, a venue synonymous with musical history and high-stakes performances. On the third night of this residency, which fell on a vibrant Saturday evening, Lipa took the stage with her signature energy, the air thick with anticipation from a crowd that had come expecting hits like Levitating and New Rules. But true to her penchant for the unexpected, the British-Albanian superstar surprised everyone by inviting none other than Nile Rodgers, the iconic guitarist and producer whose fingerprints are on some of the most timeless tracks in disco and funk history. Rodgers, with his unmistakable Stratocaster in hand and that infectious grin, joined Lipa for a blistering rendition of Chic's 1978 masterpiece Le Freak. The song, with its unforgettable riff and lyrics that scream liberation, "Freak out, Le Freak c'est Chic," had the entire arena on its feet, dancing as if transported back to the Studio 54 era. The chemistry between the two was palpable. Lipa's powerful vocals soared over Rodgers' precise, funky guitar work, creating a moment that felt both nostalgic and utterly fresh. Fans in the audience, many of whom had traveled from across the country, captured the magic on their phones, with videos quickly going viral on social media, amassing millions of views within hours. This collaboration wasn't just a random guest spot, it was a deliberate nod to New York's rich musical heritage, particularly its disco roots that pulsed through the city's nightlife in the late 1970s. Rodgers, as the co-founder of Chic, has long been a guardian of that era's sound, producing hits for artists like David Bowie, Diana Ross and Sister Sledge. His presence on stage with Lipa underscored the generational bridge she's building with her tour, honoring the legends who paved the way while asserting her own place in pop's pantheon. Lipa's Radical Optimism World Tour, named after her third studio album released earlier that year, has been themed around positivity and resilience, drawing from the upbeat, danceable tracks that define the record. Tracks like Houdini and Training Season have become anthems for a post-pandemic world, encouraging fans to shake off doubts and embrace joy. By weaving in local flavors, Lipa transforms each show into a cultural dialogue, making attendees feel like active participants rather than passive spectators. Looking back at the earlier nights of her MSG run, Lipa had already set the bar high with her city-specific tributes. On the first evening, she delved into New York's soulful side with a heartfelt cover of Alicia Keys' No One, a song that captures the unshakable spirit of the city. Keys, a native New Yorker whose piano keys have echoed through subways and skyscrapers, would undoubtedly approve of Lipa's soul-infused take, which she delivered with raw emotion under the garden spotlights. The second night brought a punk edge with Blondie's One Way or Another, channeling Debbie Harry's fierce attitude and the gritty energy of New York's downtown scene in the late 1970s. Lipa, ever the chameleon, adapted her style seamlessly, swapping sequins for leather accents and ramping up the attitude to match the song's defiant vibe. These choices weren't arbitrary, they reflected Lipa's deep research into each locale, ensuring that her performances felt personal and immersive. Fans raved about how these covers broke up the high-energy pop setlist, providing emotional depth and variety that kept the momentum building toward the climactic finales. The tour itself has been a whirlwind since its launch earlier in the year. After a triumphant European leg that saw sold-out arenas in London, Paris and Berlin, where Lipa even incorporated elements of local electronic music, she took a well-deserved pause in August to celebrate her 30th birthday. Surrounded by close friends and family, including her fiancé Callum Turner, the actor known for his roles in Masters of the Air and The Boys in the Boat, Lipa marked the milestone with intimate gatherings that contrasted sharply with her larger-than-life stage persona. Turner, with whom she went public earlier in the year, has been a steady presence amid the tour's demands, offering quiet support that grounds her in the chaos of superstardom. Their engagement, announced subtly through social media glimpses of a sparkling ring, has only added to the narrative of Lipa's personal growth, mirroring the themes of self-discovery in her album. Resuming the North American portion with back-to-back shows in Toronto on the first weekend of September, Lipa honored Canada's indie scene with covers of the weekend's early tracks and Arcade Fire's anthemic Wake Up. The energy in Toronto's Scotiabank Arena was electric, with Canadian fans chanting along in a bilingual frenzy that highlighted Lipa's global appeal. From there, the tour hopscotched through Chicago, where she paid homage to house music pioneers with a remix of a classic Frankie Knuckles track, infusing it with her pop flair. Boston's TD Garden saw tributes to Aerosmith's rock roots, while Atlanta's State Farm Arena pulsed with nods to Outkast's Southern hip-hop legacy. Each stop built on the last, creating a tapestry of musical influences that showcased Lipa's versatility as a performer. Arriving at Madison Square Garden felt like the tour's pinnacle so far, a venue that has hosted everyone from Elvis Presley to Beyoncé, and now Lipa at the height of her powers. The four-night stint, which concluded just days ago, was a testament to her draw. Tickets sold out in minutes, with resale prices soaring into the thousands. Beyond the guest appearances and covers, Lipa's setlist delved deep into radical optimism, with elaborate staging that included holographic dancers and interactive light shows synchronized to her beats. Her band, a tight-knit ensemble of musicians she's toured with for years, provided the backbone, allowing her to focus on what she does best, commanding the stage with unfiltered charisma. As the North American leg presses on, Lipa has more surprises in store. Upcoming stops include sun-soaked Miami, where expect tributes to Gloria Estefan and the Latin pop explosion. Dallas with a cowboy twist honoring Stevie Ray Vaughan. Los Angeles, delving into the glam rock of Fleetwood Mac. San Francisco channeling the Grateful Dead psychedelic vibes. And Seattle, nodding to Nirvana's grunge revolution. Each city promises its own flavor, keeping the tour fresh and fans buzzing. Following the U.S. dates, Lipa jets south to South America and Mexico, with arena shows in Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Mexico City, and beyond. These legs will incorporate reggaeton and salsa influences, further expanding her sonic palette.